All right, chat. I got a good one for you today. The first technically remake of the Spectating Rank 1 series. We're going to be spectating the #1 Iron Fist. Since last night, technically, someone has taken their spot. That could be just as the day goes with games. But we're gonna be looking at Grapha here. Grapha has some of the highest MVPs and SVPs, and was #1 as of like literally yesterday or the day before. So Retro normally grabs codes for me, or good looking games for me. So this can always change, especially towards the beginning of season, which right now everyone's still at like the GM to Celestial level. As the season goes on, it climbs up even higher. I've done a rank 1 spectating Iron Fist, but since that time, he's gotten so many major changes to the way his kit works that he's not even the same character now in a lot of ways. He plays completely differently. In my opinion, Iron Fist is one of the strongest characters in the game. Definitely meta. And so I figured, why not take a look at what top level Iron Fist play looks like, and what can we learn from it? 48 limbs, 28 final blows. That's a lot of damage too. Also, I just realized how fucking stacked this game was. This game's actually fucking stacked as shit. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of chasing tanks. Maybe I'm wrong on that. So goes in, pops the block, and then immediately just gets out, because I'm assuming trying not to get hooked. So am I on the opposite end of this? Being the Captain America, getting chased by an Iron Fist? Fucking terrifying. So far, pretty defensive. Kind of has to just chill a little bit. Uses the kick a lot of times to get out. Definitely not an engagement tool in any way. For those who don't know, by the way, in case you just haven't read patch notes and whatnot, or maybe confused on why I'm doing another spectating Iron Fist, one of the big changes they've made is they changed the way his damage works on his normal like left clicks, whether it's block form or not block form. Part of it has a base damage, I think, of like 9, and then also it has percentage base damage. So if you're a tank, it does more damage to you, kind of like how Wolverine works. He's still, as you're gonna see right now, still scary as shit to supports, but he does more damage, and he has, I think, the same kill time as a support versus like a tank. Pops the ult for the touch. The one thing I'll say is, I mean, I don't think he's even gotten really any kills yet. I guess he's technically hasn't lived, but I don't think we've actually watched him solo kill. He did get a final hit, actually. He was the person who got one final hit. I must have missed it. He hasn't like fully 1v1'd anyone to death. At least I had. Oh, he did get the Star-Lord, you're right. But already has 5,000 damage off of a single kill. The sustain this season is crazy. And also just like the consistent damage without dying is probably the scariest part. Listen, man, I'm not getting into a theoretical conversation about smurfing right now. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not really gonna have a novel off. He's gonna back away and go get a health pack. I thought he might pop his E. He actually doesn't use the E as often. So for those who don't know, the E got changed. It doesn't really give as much overhealth now, and it like decays faster. Actually, no, I think they changed it again. I think it doesn't decay as fast. It just gets less now. It's not permanent like it used to be forever ago. But like, how long he's been in these fights without dying, and honestly doesn't really get much healing because they're in stall. Just kind of sustaining on his own. He's gonna kill his Strange. Nope, punch kicks out. So pesky. So if you're wondering why he doesn't stay on point there and like try to stall or contest until he dies, sometimes it's actually better to trust your teammates a little bit, like to be able to try to hold on without you. You could jump in on that Bucky right there, especially on DPS, because him being able to come back potentially in that fight full HP, ready to go, or maybe get a pick on the supports is actually super worth. Unfortunately though, in that case, the Groot walls kind of just put in some big work. And also, maybe I'm crazy for this, but I'm actually not that afraid of Iron Fist ult. I'm way more afraid of him just like existing all the time, you know? Like, I think it's more scary to supports than it is scary to tanks, but his normal just like doing damage like this is terrifying.
I am ready to put on a show.
So I think it's the first time we've seen the kick used to finish off a kill. More surprised the Celestial Log with a fruit not banned. The bans this game were Jeff, Torch, Spidey, Hulk. There might have been a Jeff player that was in this lobby. Like a Jeff, like known Jeff player, and he might have got target banned. So, are you guys noticing, by the way? Every time he blocks, look at how much health, how much overhealth he gets. So I believe you get more shield the more people shoot your block. I believe that's how that works, right? So he goes all the way down to 11 HP, pops the block, immediately back to 220, and has Snowflake on him, so he's getting healed back up. Gives him more than enough time to just walk out. So what ends up happening a lot of times is your teammates try to be helpful and try to help you kill the Iron Fist on your backline, and everyone shoots the Iron Fist, he pops his block, and he gets full 500 HP. And that's what makes him so hard to deal with. Unfortunately, it's just your teammates trying to be helpful. Like here it is again, right here. So he has almost 300 HP. I think he actually does go back up to 300 in a second. And immediately hits 500 HP off one quick block. And now just goes backline, hits the kick, kills their Luna, just deletes her, and then has all the time in the world just to jump out. You can't stop him. You literally can't stop him. The only way you can stop him is if like Bucky hits a hook, and don't forget Bucky just got a big nerf. Groot's not gonna stop him, and they all peeled for him. I need that in my lobbies. Yeah, but did you notice they peeled for him and he still died? Like, on some level, like everybody peeling sometimes actually is bad. I know it sounds dumb, but like you trade everyone's positioning and kill potential and survivability to potentially save someone on your team, and then if you fail, what is it about this map? We've spectated multiple rank 1 players over our time. This is like the 5th one that's fallen off the map. At least it was in this spot and not the one over here. That one, for some reason, just seems to be a plague, but I'm so confused. Am I even just resetting? Yeah, I might have been just resetting. I mean, I think he probably was fine. I don't think they were gonna get him out, so I kind of like low-key disagree. I think he probably could have got out just fine. If anything, I think the walk back would have been fine. Comes back, kills the Bucky, dies for it though, unfortunately. You know, they're on tanks a good amount, but I'm surprised it's not like consistently on tanks. Like quite often they actually do end up on backline or even flanking DPS. I would assume it's because of callouts. Looking at the ranks of this lobby, there's probably a good amount of coordination. And it seems like they dive a lot with the Captain America. Oh yeah, now it's this poor Strange. Star-Lord ult kills everybody. Can't do much about that one though. This Cap is probably dead, right? Oh, the Cap pops ult for him? You gonna chase? Pops block, gets a bunch of shield. How does he do... What is this like little tech? Like how do they get so much momentum when they're not using the kick? You know what I'm talking about? Like right here? It's like right here. It's just like one little jump, but they get so much distance. Is it just like, do you have faster movement speed with the ult? Is that what it is? Because I feel like it's only with the ult that I ever see that. Ah, okay, so it must be the ult. Holy shit, there's just so much happening. By the way, the slam move you just saw, that is literally the only way you can deal with Iron Fist right now as a tank player, is you play Emma Frost and their Iron Fist jumps in, you don't get it blocked, you slam him to the ground, kick him into a wall, and hope your team follows up just for that little bit of extra damage, and you kill him. So, as long as he's looking out for that, that's pretty much the one thing that's gonna really fuck with him. This Cap should be probably dead. Nope, Luna ult. Again! You would... God, there's so much healing in this game. This guy has 18,000 damage at this point in the game with 13 kills and 8 final hits. You would think from all the punching and all the shit we've watched, it'd be way higher. It's slammed. Oh, ho, ho. You gotta... That's the one thing you have to do. You gotta respect the Emma Frost. It's one of the few things that can really deal with Iron Fist right now. But now she doesn't have her diamond form. He knows it, which means he can go in on her. Yeah, she just gets rolled. And I believe, yeah, they're in full stall now. So if they're even swapping tanks to come back, Iron Fist just eats. For those that also don't know, like small things, every time you hit a left click, like you hit like a single punch, it brings your block off cooldown by 1 second for each punch, I believe is that still accurate, chat? For every punch, every left click, it's 1 second lower on the cooldown. So by him all-inning every time, even after he pops his block with the 400, 500 HP, if he gets 4, 5, 6 punches in, he's gonna probably have his block back up. So the super hyper aggressive playstyle, not even, I mean, kind of dive, but not really. In this case it is with the Captain America, is enabled through the block. The blocks are the most important thing. Block punches don't reset cooldown. Right. Block punches do not. I mean the normal left click punches. Sorry. So I guess let me rephrase. There's like the normal left click punches, which is like not block form, so not like just like the normal slower ones. Every time you hit one of those, it lowers the cooldown. But the block form punches, which are more like the fast ones, those ones do not lower the cooldown. Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I probably could explain that better. So like these punches right here, if he hits one and connects on these, is a good example. I'll just show you it one more time, just in case you hadn't caught it before. So see the cooldown right here is at 6 seconds. You're gonna kick the Loki clone. The Loki clone counts. So 3 punches, 1, 2, 3. It actually lowers it by 2 seconds. I thought it was by 1 second. And so what he was just using there, that's the block punches. That does not lower the cooldown. That's why he's able to do such the all-in play style. Is it 1.5? Maybe it's 1.5. I'd have to read the path. He's changed so much that I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I just know how it works. The exact numbers off the top of my head. I'd have to read it. Oh, this Loki's... I'm surprised he didn't chase the Loki right there. Could have killed him. Gets a little bit of extra overshield. It's not really worth doing the extra overshield play though anymore, just because like look at how fast it decays now down here. You know, like you get a little bit of extra health, but it wears off so fast that a lot of people just use it for the actual healing. So now he just does normal hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. He already has to back up. Now he can do quick punches again. And it's about to be over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now has block back up again. Blocks again. Boom, 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 boom. So as long as he's just playing super all in, not playing defensively, he goes crazy. Luna ult's about to end, so pops the Iron Fist ult. Interestingly enough, with the Iron Fist ult, I feel like he chases like Star-Lord and stuff more. He backs away, has to kind of respect the high ground hold from there. Star-Lord, you're not gonna really be able to chase him down. Yeah, though the big takeaways I've seen so far are just like the kick almost always is saved. I was gonna say saved almost always as an escape tool. And we just saw another example of it right there. Unless like they're 1 HP. If he might commit if it's like 1 HP. Is he dead here? Still not dead. Holy shit. Bro is a mini tank. I think it's more than a mini tank. I think this is just actually. A lot of people say Mr. Fantastic is like a pseudo tank, like a half tank. I'd argue this is just like full tank. I think he's more of a tank than Mr. Fantastic. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but I don't know. I do love how they always turn for the Star-Lord, because the Star-Lord's arguably the scariest person on their team. Maybe Star-Lord then Hela, or Hela then Star-Lord, depending on who's popping off. And even though he does more damage with tanks, just like killing those guys first is so valuable. His supports are doing the Lord's work. Well, he's also appealing for them a lot. That's probably the thing I've seen the most is if somebody goes for an aggressive play on his backline as well, he's the first person to turn. Chat, like these like little interactions right here, like look at how fast their health bar goes from 0 and then mid kick hits the 180 and they're already back to full. So like within one cooldown usage, disengage, gets full health, re-engages within the same cooldown, and just starts running people over. Because like if you're the enemy on this, you're like, okay, we forced out the Iron Fist, we have a second to breathe. Nope, no you don't. All in here with the kick. Gets slammed. Yep, there it is. That's the one thing that will stop you. If you're playing Iron Fist, if you know how to play around Emma, or you learn how to play around Emma, that's, I think, personally the most valuable thing you can do. If I had to pick one thing in this map. Oh! Chases the Cap a little too hard. I get it though. Cap was one. Their Cap's actually doing a really good job of staying alive versus him too. When I've played against really good Iron Fist, I feel like I get chased down really hard on Cap. I don't really die very often, but I do get chased. Oh, is it time? Is it chasing time? Commits for him again and dies again. This Cap is doing a good job of kind of baiting him to take the fights. Or maybe it was just like a hope.
I'm ready to put on a show.
Bring on the chaos.
Chat, is that the real Loki the entire time, or does he teleport to her? Wait, how do you know? Wait, their Loki was he saw him move. Wait, so the Loki's pretending to be a clone? And he commits to him and forces him to drop. What the hell? Dude, that Loki, I didn't even see him move for a half a second there.
I am ready to put on a show.
Loki moves, plus they have SFX. When you hit them, the clones don't. I knew the movement thing. I did not know about the SFX though. Holy shit, that pole just took a beating. Jumps out, gets some healing up top. Now they have the Luna ult coming back, which AK means nobody's dying for 12 seconds. This poor Cap is probably toast. Their Cap is actually doing a fantastic job. That guy's living for about 9 years. But their Emma just used her diamond form. Instead of going for the Emma that's 1 HP in front of him with no diamond form, chases down the Star-Lord. So, note to yourselves, if you're playing Iron Fist, you are not probably killing the DPS enough. You're probably not peeling enough. Because this is not the way I would thought of this would have went. I would have probably been playing way more, even tried to peel right there to kill the Cap. I would have probably doing way more shooting, hitting the tanks, chasing supports on their team. Teleports back. Oh, wait, the ult doesn't get canceled. Wait, the ult didn't get canceled? What? Wait, if that ult got canceled, I feel like that would have been a different fight. Jesus, this fight will never fucking end. What is this? Dude, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm tired of talking about it. I just want to watch the carnage. Jesus Christ, the infinite overtime. Jumps in, chasing them down. It's probably dead here. Kind of a risky play to... Why the f did they just... No. Oh, I see why. Because it's about to be... If he died there, it probably would have been over. Honestly, kind of worth chasing, though, because they don't have to push it all the way through third. It actually ends up getting a support out early. That'll work.
Put on a show.
By the eye of Agamotto.
They have Luna ult, he'll be fine. There is a Star-Lord ult going off, though. I'm surprised it didn't target the Star-Lord ult. That was the first time he hasn't done it yet. Maybe because they had Luna ult, they don't have to be worried.
Nice wipe up, nice wipe up.
Swore they can take 2 months. I think because there's supports that were in Luna ult, there was no like reason to be afraid of the Star-Lord ult, so it was like, okay, I'll just keep working on tanks so it'll be more damage. That would be my guess. It's not even like mechanically that insane. It's more macro. Just like when they decide to go in on certain fights, when they jump in, when they jump out, what indicates doing each one. Like either a cooldown gets forced, an ult gets forced, an ult ends. Well, I wouldn't say he targeted Strange the entire fight, but when he did target Strange, that's mostly just because like he's one of the few characters on their team that can do damage through Strange Shield, because punches ignore Strange Shield, and on top of that too, like he does more damage to tanks anyways. So hitting all the tanks is gonna do or get more value. And also like the other one I think was Venom. So it's a little bit harder to chase Venom than it is to chase Strange. Like you can't go anywhere. And what were the final stats again? He had some like crazy stats or something. Yeah, 42,000 damage on the Iron Fist. That didn't even go into overtime. I got one more game too. Retro said this one is the hardest carry he's seen in a long time. So that one was just a really, really good solid game. Let's see what this one is. Considering that one wasn't the carry game. Holy shit. What is this game? Oh, that was a support that swapped. 8 and 10 on the Spider-Man. Wait, Boger's here. Wait, Boger game. Boger cameo. Apparently this is a hard carry game. The scoreboard kind of showed that. Also, this is Control. Control plays pretty differently than Escort. So they're not going to be able to be as grouped. It's a little bit more TDM-y. So I assume that they're going to be a little bit more taking 1v1s. Or able to take 1v1s or 1v2s. Like with their backline. Or tanks. Ooh, doesn't actually kick out. Kind of good discipline on that one. Just kind of like works his way out there. Already has blocked back up. Chases the Psylocke from point. Still chasing. Still chasing. Oh. Survives the slam. As long as he lives past that, should be okay to go back in a sec. That's the one spooky thing. Now he can kind of get some stuff done. He kind of goes and deals with flankers way more than I would have expected. Another thing I've learned, definitely don't leave the flankers, even on an Iron Fist, to like someone else. Just go do it yourself. I was gonna say, he's chasing the rocket, but I feel like the invis will be easier, and he figures it out too. Sometimes it takes a second. Mag gets run down, my goodness. Breaks the amp in about 2 seconds? Yeah, he breaks it so fast. Ooh, jumps in with the kick. Maybe just not afraid at all. I wonder if it was also comms. There might have been comms there from Boger saying like, oh, I'm gonna look for ults here. So they know they would have been okay. Goes back on the Hela. Doesn't actually get the kill. Forces her to ult. Goes for ult here. Actually surprised. They're down a couple. This poor Mag just getting walked down. He actually has no way of surviving. Mag is just kind of fodder in a lot of ways to Iron Fist, unfortunately. How do you deal with it on Mag? You basically have to save bubble for yourself and can pray to God that you'll live long enough to actually be okay. So he's hitting multiple people, by the way, with these, right? Like it's not a single target if they're standing on top of each other, right? It's hitting them both. Does it hit both? I feel like it hits both if they're standing close enough. Holy mother of f***. There's no way to just chase this guy down. He gives up on it because it was going too deep. But holy shit. Okay, it does. All right. Both rocket beacons come out. Just decides to leave because you're not going to kill him through rocket ult. Rocket ult's like basically a mini, not mini. It's actually a full set defensible at this point. Just leaves. Just says, nah, I'm not going to contribute to this fight. We're going to lose this fight anyways. There's no point in feeding ult charge. I'm out. Almost catches the Bucky by surprise. That would have been a good kill if he actually caught him. Probably he tried to displace him with the kick there a little bit. How much he chases down the Psylocke is... I was literally just in the middle of saying how often he chases down the Psylocke is actually kind of nuts. So, if anything I've learned right now, if I feel like I'm getting chased by an Iron Fist the entire game, they're probably not playing Iron Fist correctly. And and I probably can kind of like, you know, chill out a little bit and let my DPS go crazy. He's already got 11 limbs, 7 final blows. Not nearly as much damage as the previous game though, because it's more TDM-y instead of those really brawly fights. Mostly taking a lot of DPS when we once. Impressive. He's actually not even, I was gonna say, he's not even going for the mag there, but actually decides in the end, like, yeah, actually, I got some time. I got time for you, mag. And this poor mag just getting run down. Leaves the mag to go for the rocket. The rocket's just chasing him, taking him on a voyage. The Abyss, you just showed up in the wrong fucking neighborhood. And they're also on triple support now. So triple support's probably gonna make his life a lot harder because there are triple support, 2 tank. I mean, Emma's like a tank DPS at this point, but especially with the Loki too. Loki and Rocket, it's gonna be kind of difficult for him. Is he still gonna go for Psylocke? He is gonna go for Psylocke. Tries to kick out, kicks into the wall because the wall comes down. Still lives though. Trying to kick the Psylocke through the ult. I respect it. So wait, question: how is he gaining ult right here or not ult, shield? He's not hitting anything. It's like right here. Is he actually hitting the Psylocke in the ult? No, he's not.
This is real firepower.
Oh, I didn't realize it was both amplifiers. I thought it was just the enemy amplifier. I didn't realize his died right there. Okay. I was gonna say, is there some kind of thing that I didn't know about? Oh, we gotta love that with the Loki. Double amplifier. Are you guys enjoying the amplifier? That poor fucking Magneto just got ass blasted to Kingdom Come. A lot of mag players assume that they're not gonna die because the Maggle eats incoming projectiles, and there wasn't previously in the last few seasons much that could hit you during that ult that wasn't a projectile. But now you actually have Emma's left click and you have Iron Fist that both can absolutely roll you. So you can actually catch Magneto's a lot of time ulting. Okay. Oh, poor Magic just got absolutely annihilated down there. Oh, they popped their clone. Is this the right one? No, it's the clone. So he always runs into the Psylocke ult with his team, because he doesn't take damage while he's blocking the Psylocke ult. And also, you know, the more people you have in Psylocke ult, the less damage it does, because she like jumps to each target. So there's only like one person, it does max damage. So he's actually peeling for his backline by jumping into the Psylocke ult every time and then popping block. Small things, but actually very helpful. Most helpful Iron Fist. Gets his block back off the Loki clone. Has to disengage, not get rolled because there's an Emma. Yep. Strange ends up taking the slam instead of him. Is he gonna look for ults here? Probably gonna.
Not bad.
Maybe after the Invis ult. Gonna get up top, get himself some time to cast it off before he hits the ground. I think unfortunately loses the Invisible Woman. Happens. Holy shit. This is disorienting. Imagine having to keep up with all the super hyper mobile characters like Rocket, Invisible Woman who can jump over your head and go invisible, Psylocke, etc. while on a melee character up close running around like this. Feels like my brain's gonna fall out of my noggin sometimes. Gets timed on the block, gets slammed into the ground. I think it's genuinely the #1 threat. Alright, so they lose that round. That's okay though. That means we get to watch more. Also, this skin is so awesome. I love it. Goes in, just a little poke, jumps out immediately. So the other thing with the triple support is I feel like it enables them to be a lot more aggressive. Actually, they swapped, so they're only single tank now. So he does have to be a little bit more careful. But before, when it was 2 tank, single DPS, triple support, he could be a little bit more aggressive. Because it wasn't as much that was going to be able to kill him. The Psylocke actually chases him down. Kicks out. Loki uses green, which means you could actually get a kill here. So I think he tries to go for the kick there to hit the Bucky, but also get out. So I think he's like maybe I'm wrong on this, but it looks like he tries to go right here. He tries to hit the Bucky on the way by, but finish the animation going the opposite way. I think he just misses the Bucky though. Oh no, he does actually hit him. He does hit him. So he ends up getting the damage on him and gets out. One other thing though is like, when they have a lost fight, they just give it up. They don't even go. And I guess that's probably why their stats look so good. Also, actually, I can't even blame him with the new ranking system. He's getting lots of final blows. He's getting lots of damage and little deaths. This guy's probably getting crazy points for wins. Remind me to check after. I bet he's getting crazy points for wins. Jumps into the wall there that's like half destructed as cover to finish the animation. Kind of like how in Psylocke, a lot of times people jump up and then come down, so it's harder to stun. Kind of gives him a second or two to get the ult off, and gets two. Again on the invis. Oh my god, that invis got actually smoked. Poor Emma. Comes to chase down the Psylocke and spawn. No way she gets away. She actually popped the solo ult. Also, I just realized they have the 4 and 8 Spidey who swapped over. That's funny as shit. On the invis. He did actually pop his kick there, but doesn't, I think, get the kill. He might die here. Doesn't die, actually. I'm surprised they didn't chase him. Hard diving backline, but the invis just keeping them both alive. Spidey ult finally gets 2! So, he actually got a lot of credit though for that kill. Forcing out the green, forcing out push, forcing out shield, forcing out so many of their abilities to let the Spidey ult gets good value. So, even though he doesn't get the kills, it's pretty much responsible for that kill happening, or both kills happening. He does kick a little bit more in this one, but it's always safe. You know, like 1v1 in a hallway by himself, no one on the team here to follow up. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's pretty much saved for an escape tool. Or he just uses the momentum of the punches as an escape tool. That's what's interesting too. Gonna pop ult here maybe in a sec? Or maybe he's waiting for their support ult to come out? Yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna come out after this Invisible Woman ult. They just Loki ulted? So maybe after the Loki Luna ult, which I guess is gonna be another 12 seconds. Is he gonna go hide? Goes to find the rocket beacon? Wait, he's not even killing the rocket beacon. I guess he was trying to check to see if they knew he was there first before he goes to kill the beacon. And he's got time to touch. Maybe pops ult then touches, or he's just gonna go for the touch. No, neither. They TP. Gets the solo kill on the rocket, then pops the ult. Loses track of the Psylocke. I was gonna say, just getting the 1 kill on the rocket is kind of worth, but he actually gets 2. Dude, how many points do you think he got for this game? I bet a ton. There you go. There's your rank 1 Iron Fist. I do want to go look and see what their point game looks like though. Plus 25. Dude, look at this chat. This is ridiculous. Plays tank the entire game, only gets plus 12. Plays Iron Fist or plays Moon Knight in this game, gets fucking 25. 22 playing Iron Fist. Only minus 16 playing my Iron Fist. Minus 26 tank game. He plays terrible. 3 final hits, 12k damage. We're actually so fucking cooked. Minus 15, this is gonna be a DPS game. Yep. So look at these 2 games. You're gonna tell me this game right here goes 6 and 7. 5 final hits. Again, this is a rank 1 Iron Fist player. 6 and 7, minus 15. 4 and 4, minus 25. You think that's a good system? You think that's fair? You think that's a smart system? Just because he has less damage numbers? Less final blows? No, that's not how that works. Rather skewed toward DPS, isn't it? Oh, so for that guy who said they played like shit, what about this game where they go 27 and 7 on tank? Why did they only get plus 15? Is this not what a good tank does? Doesn't die very often, constantly dives in. Is this not what a good tank does? Minus 26? Oh, look at that, another tank game. Plus 14, is this a tank game?
I just love playing tank and losing all my points after being so good. The ranked is so